Yeah, it's about that time. I'm literally about to pass him. Shout out to you, bro. I'm 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 knocking at your back door right now. Whoa. I technically I passed you, but because of these half a subscribers, the ones that wasn't true blue fans, they disappeared. They only sub for a second and then they unsub. That's corny. If you gonna sub to my channel, don't unsub right back. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, make sure you go subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. So, yeah, I had shot past. Yeah, I'm thinking that on alright. You should subscribe to my channel right now. Really, um, fucking on that day, I go look at my subscribers. I see they gone back down again. Like, what the heck was that? Like that. I just had 15 people watching me, and then they just disappeared. Now it's 4. Hey, y'all doing? Hey, y'all doing? Hey, make sure y'all go hit that subscribe button so y'all can get more content like this. We will be dropping something every day. I promise you. We ain't stopping. As long as I got this ring on my finger, it's my commitment. I definitely want to give a big shout out to. If you in the chat, I'ma shout you out. So you gotta participate. X X9, what it was. I see you, player. You're a soldier. Welcome aboard. Who else in the building? Who else in the building? Who we got? Who we got? Who else we got over there? The worst kiddo. Damn, I see you, shorty. Yeah. He in the building. He in the building. The worst kiddo. I see you, champ. Yeah, who else in the building? Let me see somebody else. Who else? Who else is in the building? Because we are in the building today. Hey, kiddo, make sure you go subscribe. Come on, who else in the chat? Let me know you in there. Let me know you here. Let me know you watching. Let me know you watch. If I had my my accounts and stuff straight, it would only be two people in the raffle. X9 and the worst kill. Cause y'all the only two in the chat. I can't really give nobody that's not participating no reward. You gotta participate, even if you just type one and click enter. I need to see your name pop up in the news feed because that goes to my statistics. Hello, I see you, Ray Ray. Shout out, chat. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. 25 people in the building. Okay, 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 okay. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Is this real? Yeah, this real. Who this? Minnie? Samurai? Samurai what? Okay. Hey, what it was? What it was? I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And we need to make this. We need to make this thing go viral, y'all. We try and go viral today. Let's go. I feel it in my bones, y'all. I feel it in the bones. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No Diddy. Let me see somebody hit that 100 button or hit that arm, that muscle arm with the. That's like this. Somebody give me one of them. Can I get an arm? Can I get an arm or a leg? Y'all tuned in today. I like this. Hey, bootleg, we got some fans today, shorty. I was ready to get a pet turtle today, but the man wasn't out there. He sold turtles. Hey, can you please say I don't even know how to spell that. I'ma say gilded is golded. Glide. Glided. Hey Glide, what's up? You're a goat in your own right. We all goats. in our own right. I'll sub. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you go do that. Hey, ma, tit tat, tit tit tat. In the back. Yeah, hit that like button. Where you anything for you? We'll do anything. I like that. Thank you so much. Make sure you go subscribe real quick. The more subscribers, the better. I'm telling y'all, I see big things in our future. Big things in our future. YEYW. Who's better boss? Oh, Mesa or boy outside muscle? Who's better, girl? Osama Mason or boy Osama? I don't know who that is, Clyde. I did. That's what's up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I might start rapping more on my lives because I think that's what really helped me out. People, if you watching this, you gotta see it from the beginning first. That way you know what's going on. Okay, okay, that's what I'm talking about. I love you guys, man. I really do. Appreciate y'all for helping me get to this point. I'm finally able to tell my homeboy, I told you so. This is definitely a big moment for me right now. I want to cry, but I'm not because I'm not gonna cry. That's not what I'm gonna do on camera. I'm just gonna hit my vape. You guys deserve for me to put a video on. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just so emotional right now. You look scared. Scared. Scar. Thanks for asking, Saga. The scoreboard. You're in third place right now, so you definitely hold a good spot in my mind. Everybody that's playing, thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all tell y'all friends about this YouTube channel. We trying to get 10,000 subscribers. We got a long way to go, y'all. I'ma just keep saying that number because that's the mission. 10,000. And we ain't stopping until we get there. 10,000 people is not a lot of people. When you think about it, on a global scale, 10,000, that's not a lot of people. That's a nice amount. You know what I'm saying? Locally, that's a lot. But globally, that's not a lot of people. I already got 10, how can I explain? I already, put it like this, 10,000 views, I passed that already. I'm probably at like 13,000 now. So, can I say I'm in the tens of thousands of views? I'm looking for a mommy. Shit, I don't know where to find that at. If I did, I'd help you. I'm lost myself. Alright, let me get back business. So, I'm lost on a road. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing control.
I would have got a pass. I'm on the verge of being a cracker. You not.
I called him when I first got there. I said, come to the show on no jumper. He tried to pay me $1,500. This time he got to bring a whole bunch of different switches. I tell Al.
Why you snitching?
I'm just keeping it up. That's what you told me.
Then why you tell him about why you sold 15,000, 1,000, 1,000, 15. So now I'm selling myself for 1,500.
Did you think ain't no jumper? You said that. Then you say you needed it.
When I was pimping, I wasn't even accepting 1,500. Yeah. So why would I? Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, the fake ass. Who the fuck want back around them? Next question, gang.
He the gangster.
On me,
ain't nobody over here. Next question.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
This man, man. Okay,
Phil? Yeah. That's an idiot. Stupid boy.
So 607 you've kind of switched the algorithm
607
up on YouTube with the spirituality.
607 He said
No, he didn't. You called me
No, I didn't do that, man.
I called you aunt. You called me Queen Yella. 607 auntie. Because you called me Queen Yella.
Say that.
That was my gift.
The spirit.
What spirit?
The spirit everywhere.
What?
Why you taking me?
The spirit of Jezebel?
Come on, gang. He playing. What's the question?
That's who did it?
What's the question, gang?
You don't even know who that spirit is.
How you feel?
Who is this spirit of Jezebel?
Speak unless you feel something. So every time you feel, spirit get in. So you gotta be possessed to talk.
I am possessed by Chucky.
What type of spirit King Yella got in him?
Oh, I got a good spirit, a real spirit.
What was your question, gang?
Not a demonic spirit, not a devil, nothing.
Man, Bob, you get distracted too fast.
He said what type of spirit I got.
From what? I'm looking at you.
Answer real questions.
I was trying to ask you. Y'all keep fucking talking. What I said was this. 607 you've changed the algorithm on YouTube to spirituality. Can you please help Brother King Yella with his spirituality?
Ain't no help, man. Listen, I want to
mean? Oh, I'm woke.
People that...
I'm woke. I'm way woke than you think I am.
Honey,
I got money.
do you want somebody right now?
You got some money?
Yeah, some for you. Want some?
I'm not doing no weird shit.
You want somebody?
I don't need none.
What do you want some?
I would take some.
Yeah, you'll take some, right? See, he's sleep, right? He's offered to take some shit that's not even real. See, you don't understand money not real yet.
How? They printed it.
It's hard to help people that don't understand they cannot work for money, right? See, supposed to came in for free, but he charged me, right? But if we came in for free, we've been good. But you don't understand you got to work for free.
Did I charge you?
You need two next.
So I charge you?
So King Yella will probably never, ever do what you think he gonna do, right? So the spirit that's in him is called greed. Yeah, the same one everybody in Chicago, the same one everybody in the trenches. That's that murderer demon. But it ain't the one.
So you gonna sit on podcast for free? Do you sit on podcast for free? What is you talking about? You got the same shit in you. I got kids to feed. Fuck you. What is you talking about?
Same suck. He just.
No, you on some bullshit.
You add the
everything a fiend. What you talking about? A song? Everything is a fiend with me.
That's that evil demon.
Look how you act there. Only thing I said, at least I ain't saying no carrying this booty.
No, what am I booty?
I ain't say that. I saw the mom. I ain't say that. I don't think I'm on no jump. I thought they were on no jumper game.
Why you talking about my ass? You would never get in my ass. I know what's in my ass, bro.
Man, stop playing on me. You talking about no jumper, you got me out of flashback.
Hey, you charge this interview ain't free?
No, we'll put it on YouTube and go up. Yeah, next question, Bob.
Yeah.
He
switching.
getting sold.
Switch.
Question before he gets sold.
You need to bring it. You should have a fifth at this.
Next question before he gets sold.
King Yella. I don't know if you ever been asked before. How do you feel about being GDBD Vice Lord from Larry David? How do you feel about that?
That's his.
Bring that up.
He ain't GD.
You want this shit last time? Why you bring this shit up?
He ain't GD. He just BD Vice Lord Stones. You Crip Blood? Did you say Crip Blood or your shit?
LPR, Boy Brown, you my little brother, baby. But I had to do it, man.
What?
Now I'm a trick. Now I'm gonna help you get.
You a Soraya?
Listen.
You a Nathaniel?
I'm in
Together, we gonna go up together.
You know the 13? The pound, the Mexican gang. You know, with the brown and black and brown is the same. I keep saying that. Listen,
for any race.
I know I'm in LA.
What you talking about? How old people? You think I give a f about somebody else race? You from mine? What you talking about?
I'm in the spirit. And listen, my tribe was in the streets. I'm from the 12 tribes, and all my tribes, they GDB device going Crip Blood. They Hoovers, they 60s, they everything.
Neighborhood, stupid.
Neighborhood. So how I'm gonna not go with my tribe, gang? You ask me to be disloyal? You want me to be disloyal? I was GDP Vice Lord Crip blood. Is that my blood?
I believe.
That I ask you all that, but
Why you think he lying?
spiritual people that don't game.
Oh, we don't know Jesus was a gangster.
Oh, he said.
Oh,
That's a good opinion.
Jesus kicked over the shit in the dirt.
You don't have to be a. You don't have to be a. You don't have to be a gang member to be a gangster. I know that don't even gang, but that'll beat your ass. That's called man time. I'm standing on business by myself. I don't need nobody behind me. You like you finna. Famo, girl, shake that laugh and tap me. You looking for that? Oh, that finna. Look, remember they used to look up like that, and then what dance was that?
That's
the snap it. What dance that was from Atlanta? Big white
I think
t-shirts
it's called
with the forces.
the Laffy Taffy.
That's the Famo. That's the Laffy Taffy. Look
I
up.
know I lost y'all when I started playing with the money.
607 Famo is
I
crazy.
can't help it. I
Why
be
you do your
bored.
tongue like that? What are you looking at, freak?
I really ain't got
Why's
nothing
your
else to
tongue?
do.
This man a freak. Y'all gotta come on, man. Give me your.
Show the world about your brain. That's a lot of
Just
people don't
me,
know.
myself, and I.
All right, everybody that's sick in the world, they sick because they thought they was sick, right? If you never think sick, you'll never get sick. Everybody's celebrating birthdays, but everybody only got one. And that's why everybody gets old. That's what I don't know. So you need to talk about some real
This
shit.
with a real stack.
Because Bob, you lost. And I don't think the blowjob report gonna keep going. I mean the Bob report gonna keep going up. Because the world, Earth, been through 13 cycles, right? And everybody understands that Jesus came, but 12 others came just like him. What I mean is, there been 12 virgin births. My father, mama. And all 12 represent 13 cycles of the earth. That happened every
So you telling me it was
7
So you
years.
saying 13 guys?
I got prophecy. And every 237 years, the earth reset. It started back over.
Man, crazy.
It started back over. Every 237 years. The sun and the moon in line, and the red moon come.
Mm-hmm.
And consciousness shift.
Mm-hmm.
And people wake up. And the earth is destroyed and restart in the same day.
Does this have anything to do with the age of
So
Aquarius?
people die?
Oh, you can't die. You just forget. If you don't get your soul back now. You gonna forget.
607
Hey.
Hell no, you know you just remind me of your ass remind me of what's that man?
Does this have anything to do with the age of Aquarius? 607.
What's the name? Dave Chappelle last day. Hey, Dave Chappelle. I mean, Dave 607 Uncle Chappelle.
Well, I can hear you, young.
So why my family dead if we don't die?
Huh? Ain't nobody dead. Listen, you think people dead. Listen, let me tell you.
Your body get out so your spirit don't die.
You don't have all the time.
I got a body right here, a big body.
You don't got a body. You a guy having a human experience, so you think you got a body. But that's with the atoms and shit. And like, it's not with the body. You got an imaginary body. You imaginary all of this. All this is your imagination. No,
So I'm not really here?
But you is. Right, that's not crazy, right?
It's the spirit. The spirit
So
is there.
explain to me, how the fuck it work? How?
You know?
So is you fake? Is you even real? I want to know, is you real?
What's real?
What's fake?
Exactly. Listen, let me explain something to you. Right? Life is like this.
Talk to me old school. Give me a little game. I like a little knowledge.
About experiences, right? And every moment creates your reality. You ask me, am I alive? I gotta say no, because everybody dead. Because Jesus said it. Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. So if Jesus said that to me, everybody level right here.
But did he mean let the dead bury the dead?
No,
but it was still there.
mean you was constant level of dead. Meaning that you looked at everything.
So that's what I'm saying. Everybody is not dead. A lot of people.
Do you want to survive?
I'm surviving.
Do you want to survive?
I'm surviving. I'm going to survive.
See, you got to be already know you already survived.
I just said I'm going
to survive.
I'm surviving.
No, you're not. No, you surviving. Don't say that you survived. When you survive, you're not trying to be surviving because you know you already survived. All right. So we talking about 3D, 4D, and 5D reality. So when you talk about surviving, That's when you be your reality and you based on the world. When you say I got a body, you based on the world. You understand that you ain't got no body, you the man behind the body, the more controls behind the body, then you understand that this reality is not real. And then you have the best experiences of it. And then you won't be so attached to shit, not even your kids, because you don't got none. Your kid a BD anyway. How you think it's switch to a BD? You can't. You know they gave me yours. You a G.
I'm not nothing.
Oh, our next question.
I don't game bang, sir.
Wrong guy. I gotta get fired.
Yeah, oh man. That was good, right?
Well, sure. Bobby, you're like, oh, you ain't giving it like you. Next question, Bob.
No, I think I want to stay right there. So you telling him that physically he's not there, it's his spirit, correct?
Yeah, he not there.
So meaning that the brain dead. You're not here, right?
No, you don't got no brain. Your brain in the cosmos.
People that's not woke, right?
Nobody.
A lot of people is woke.
No.
The shit that you said.
That's a good question, King. Yeah.
You got to be woke to say that.
Sitting in the world is drifting. Everybody wake up and go back to sleep. I don't think you understand, gang. Everybody in and out, in and out, in and out, because they run around eating the food and they run around drinking the water that's poison, right? And that make you drift, right? So
You're
everybody
dying anyway.
play woke, right? They playing woke. Everybody play woke. Bob play woke all the time. This nigga sleep. That's all. Next question, Bob.
I'm pretty woke.
Why are you woke?
I'm pretty woke. You helping me. You helping me.
Yeah, I woke.
No, I'm saying you helping enlighten me. You
Trying to interview into some real life shit. So what's the alien?
Jesus.
Jesus was an alien?
Yeah. Jesus said, I don't come from this planet. Where I come from, this far away from here. What that mean? What's that mean today, then?
Shit, God just doing right in the end right there.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna teach them a lesson. What's the definition of the past?
What's the definition of past? The past.
No, what's the definition of it?
When you already... Huh?
Before you speak. Look it up. Definition of the past before you speak. What's the definition of a future? After you speak.
Because now you're finna do
So
something.
after you speak, that means when you speak something, it reveals your future. That means your words have power. That means you should always speak positive stuff in your life. And that's why Bob brought it down, because he always speaking down on me.
I'm gonna speak down on you, man.
So you put positive energy in there? You talk negative.
You gotta get both. I'm God, and I can bring the devil in. Allah, you know.
So you God in the devil?
Yeah, I do.
No,
said
Mama
God
Lynn said I
is
can't be
devil.
that.
Next question, Bob.
He said
Mama
God
Lynn said I can't be that no more. Right?
Can you hear me?
Come on, man.
I told her I'm
You
a
can't
God
hear
in
me?
the devil.
Come on, man. You know I don't want to be around these gang members all day.
You the gang member,
You
GDP, vice
keep
lord, blood.
being around gang bangers, man.
What?
You saying God is the devil, huh?
That pancake.
You saying God is the devil?
I said, God and the devil the same.
Can you
You gotta be.
explain?
Listen, let me tell you how you gotta be, right? So, vibrating low is murder.
God.
So they gotta be God and the devil. They gotta be the same. How they different? If you go
And the Bible, he tell him for you hit him up for right next shit if they're for cross the hill.
see what I'm saying?
What I want you to do, but when you cross me,
Who that sound like? Who that sound like? Everybody remember this. Who that sound like? If you do right, listen, go.
that sound like the devil.
Yeah, but God though. Yeah, but that's God. So God and devil gotta be the same. Who that sound like? If you do.
And the Bible, he tell him for you hit him up for right next shit if they're for cross the hill.
See what I'm saying?
Move righteous and do what I want you to do, but when you cross me,
Who that sound like? Who that sound like? Everybody remember this. Who that sound like? If you do right, listen.
that sound like the devil.
Yeah, but it's God though.
What's
Yeah,
up?
but that's God. So God and devil gotta be the same. Because who gonna tell you?
Fortnite is the best. What's going on? Hit that like button.
That man says a lot of shit like
Like
that, man.
button,
If you not moving
subscribe
righteous, if
button,
you don't do,
and
if
hit
they
that
don't
notification
move,
bell.
If you don't go take care of this or take care of that, it sentences you. You're gonna go to
Y'all
jail.
take care of me, I'ma take care of y'all.
And they supposed to
You believe in God?
the real
You believe in God?
the real one, the monad. Yeah, listen, it's only one God, and he outside of the God, so you can't call it God. You gotta call it the monad or the because you call it the God, it's the same as all the other gods. All the gods are mirror gods and try to be God, but I'm a God, so I can't worship no God. Yeah, I said, I'm a God, so I can't worship no God, gang.
King
Why I
Yella,
get on my
you
knees
believe in
and
God,
beg
King
for?
Yella?
Huh?
I'm telling King Yella. King Yella,
Yo,
do you believe in God?
yeah, I believe in God.
Which God do you believe in?
You said who? The one that's gonna kill you, he just told you. I believe in the God. I believe shit. We didn't do this shit on our own. I'm not no Christian. I'm not no Muslim. I'm not nothing. But I believe that somebody did this shit. There's a problem. Listen, everything's so confusing. They ain't know this shit not true, so everybody refuse to believe in anything because they know it's a trick. Right? Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing about our people. We know it's a trick. We play like we believe. No, you know why? You know why? You gonna pray to get out. Anytime you tell people, that's what you will see. Yeah. There's no time you will do a fuck. Save me. Yeah, the only time he works. I hate you. Every time he works, he ain't gonna steal something and save us something. Come save me, nigga. Give me some money, they help. Yeah. Hey, let me get up. Yeah. He's to the fuck. That shit real. Hell no.
Hey,
Listen,
go ahead.
ain't nobody perfect, so God ain't perfect. So at the end of the day, if we not perfect, if I could be in there and try my best to do whatever, then the play with me not. That make me a bad person? That's what, come on, man. That's what. I'm just saying. I'm being honest. Yeah, that's what. How? I ain't say I nobody, but I'm just saying. If somebody try to harm me or somebody break into my home or somebody try to do something, rob me or hurt me or do something to me, and I do that make me a bad person?
Do that make him? Do that make him
That
God?
make me a bad person for protecting myself. And those are things bad and good, but listen, there's two things you do on this earth. You can create, as long as you create, don't hurt nobody, and you can create, as long as what you create, don't stop nobody. So what he doing is stopping people, then that's wrong with the universe. There's no such thing as, well, but what we just said, God. Yeah, but we're not that God. That's a fake God, jealous God. That's why we don't want. That's why we don't give him no praise. Right? That's why we not run around praising him. Because we pray him and we do good, he gonna lock us in heaven. If we do bad, he gonna lock us in hell. Either way, he lock us in somewhere. Either way. Either way, we ain't getting out. And so they got gold blocks up there. Yeah,
You saying that if King Yella, if somebody try to harm him and he kills somebody, it doesn't make him a bad person, but that does something to the universe if he does that?
Like another body.
He gonna make it to another body.
Right. We don't do life right, you gotta do it over, just like school, nigga. All right, so what they said, you gotta ask God for forgiveness, right? You can't ask God for forgiveness, you are God. You gotta get.
You know, there's something I respect to the fullest effect. Regardless, you feel what I'm saying, of the situation, regardless of what took place and regardless of what happened. Rest in peace to that man's soul. Rest in peace to the person, you feel what I'm saying, whatever incident happened to the person that passed away in the situation that happened with. But more of the story is you know, you got your own people. You got your own brother that's gonna support you, you feel what I'm saying, no matter what. And somebody in your corner to make sure your name don't die and make sure you still, you feel what I'm saying, you still alive and they keep your name alive is a beautiful thing. People don't even want to do that nowadays, and they lose so many close homeboys that they claim to love and shit like that. These be the real ones in your family, you feel what I'm saying? The real 5% is 95.5 people claim to be real, but it's only the real 5%. Is out here that really is going to scream and shout you when you dead and gone. Be woke still. You know, there's something I respect to the fullest.
Would not stop crying. Take a walk. Take a shower. As a babe, how could you hurt a child of any sense? How could... Next month would be turning 1. The family now planning his funeral. Pittsburgh police say this man, 18-year-old Dominic Pinnock, was watching Najor Friday when the baby's mom went to pick up something to eat. In that short time frame...
Crazy part is now, they might cook. They gonna fuck you in there. Somebody gonna break the broomstick off your ass in there. They gonna stab you up in there. They gonna beat the shit out you every day in there. It's not gonna hit like with life. And another thing, it's a problem. A lot of these people mentally
me over. He walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong? He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people here. There's no rain. It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on. Can you pull that law up? Huh? Can you pull that law up? When you step out of the car. Can you call your supervisor? Huh? Can you call your supervisor? All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hand. Here. What is your reason, sir? Step out. What is your reason? Step out now. All right.
Police be talking all that dumb ass shit, right? Don't be having that body cam in here. They beat you up, do all kinds of shit. It's a good thing that your brother
Shout out to the homie. Salute.
has cam on.
Yeah, what it is, Happy Valley, you already know. Hit that like button.
Killed his ass.
We in there.
For real. And it's bad because they supposed to protect and serve. But what the fuck are they protecting? What the fuck is they serving? They protecting the motherfuckers who they ain't supposed to protect. And they serving as witness to the civilians. And they getting paid money just to sit there and do nothing. They get paid
That's
money
what I'm
just to
talking about,
beat the
chat.
shit
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
civilians.
The more likes we get, the more we turn up. You heard me.
What are you protecting and serving? Shit bullshit.
Turn it up a lip, but
Pulled me
mine.
over. He walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Okay,
He said,
okay.
well, for one, your headlights are off under this.
Yeah, this is my peoples. He be posting shit on here that be very informative. Strangled to death. Miss Mercedes. Killed by a crazy male fan.
On a Sunday afternoon at the end of August 2021, the peaceful atmosphere of a luxury apartment complex in Richmond, Texas, suddenly shattered. A father, after many days of being unable to reach his daughter, decided to come in person to check on her. He had no idea that only a few seconds after the door opened, his entire life would be forever changed. Inside the apartment, a heartbreaking truth revealed itself, marking the beginning of one of the most shocking cases to shake the American social media community. The victim was Jani 30 years old, better known by her stage name Miss Mercedes Moore, a popular influencer with more than 2.6 million followers. On August 29, 2021, she was found dead inside her own home. Next to her, a strange man was also discovered, later identified as Kevin Alexander Accordo, 34 years old, from Florida. Police quickly concluded that this was a murder-suicide, yet countless unanswered questions still surrounded the case. How could a man from another state bypass such strict security to reach her? Why did admiration on social media twist into a deadly obsession in real life? And could there be hidden details behind this tragedy that the public has never been told? Let us uncover the mysteries behind the case of Miss Mercedes Moore, where the dazzling light of social media collided with the darkest, most terrifying face of human obsession. Jani Gagnier, or as many knew her, Miss Mercedes Moore, was once the pride of her family and an inspiring figure on social media. She stood out not only because of her captivating beauty and confidence in front of the camera, but also because of her disciplined independent lifestyle and her determination to pursue the career
Hit
she
that like
loved.
button.
To her family, Janny was a devoted daughter, always keeping a close bond with her parents and siblings despite her demanding work schedule. With more than 2.6 million followers, she had built her own personal brand, an image that was both alluring and powerful, inspiring many
2.6
young
billion?
women eager to make their mark in the competitive world of social media. But behind the glamorous lights, few realized Janny carried many pressures, constant scrutiny from the public, and the invasive curiosity of strangers who often crossed the line into her private life. The life Janny chose as a famous influencer meant she had to sacrifice privacy in exchange for public spotlight. On the surface, it was photo shoots, sponsorship deals, and glamorous trips. But deep down, she was still an ordinary young woman, someone who loved being with family, enjoyed simple home-cooked meals, and dreamed of a peaceful life free from the judgment of millions of eyes online. Janny embodied strength and independence, fame that inadvertently made her the focus of unwanted attention. Among the millions of followers, Kevin Alexander Accordo emerged as a troubling figure. He was not a close friend, nor was he a romantic partner. In fact, there was no evidence Janny ever returned his feelings or even interacted with him privately. But for Kevin, simple admiration turned into obsession. He left constant traces on her posts, from passionate comments to endless messages, even sending gifts in hopes of gaining her attention. At first, his devotion might have seemed no different from that of any other fan.
Nice
But
cross,
over
man.
time, it
Thank you,
became
brother.
distorted, a fixation no longer
You know, I
healthy.
got
The frightening part was that from the
rope too right here.
outside, no one, not even
Gotta give me
Janny's
another one of
family
these,
or
though.
friends, recognized the hidden danger. For an influencer with millions of followers, receiving thousands of comments daily was normal. Within that sea of people, one obsessed individual was nearly impossible to detect. This ability to blend into the crowd made the danger even more unpredictable. Only when tragedy struck did people shudder to realize that the warning signs had been there all along. In the scribbled writings, the notes left behind at the scene, all revealing a disturbed mind, a blind love that had twisted into a nightmare. For Janny, social media once gave her wings to fly, but it also became the trap that drew her close to someone consumed by a sick obsession. And so, endless questions arose. Did her success inadvertently turn her into a target for strangers? Among countless online interactions, which were genuine and which were lurking threats, these haunting questions still linger whenever people recall the name Miss Mercedes Marr. After Thursday, August 26, 2021, Janny Gagnier's unusual silence began to worry her family. Normally, no matter how busy she was with content creation or collaborations, she always made a habit of replying to texts or calling to reassure her parents. It was her way of showing devotion and keeping them at ease about her living alone in Richmond, Texas. But this time was different. Messages went out only to show sent, without a reply, and phone calls connected but no one answered. In the days that followed, not only her family, but also her close friends noticed her unusual absence from social media, where she had almost always shared photos, videos, or updates daily. For an influencer to suddenly vanish online was like stage lights going out in the middle of a show, leaving emptiness and a flood of questions. At first, her family tried to reassure themselves, thinking maybe Janny just wanted time to rest and step away from the noise of the digital world. But the longer the silence lasted, the heavier their unease grew. For someone whose life revolved around social media, disappearing without explanation simply did not make sense. Red flags piled up, especially as her phone rang constantly without anyone answering. During that same time, Kevin Alexander Accordo, once just one of millions of followers, may have been closing the gap between the virtual and the real. The signs of obsession had long been present. Relentless comments, overly personalized messages, gestures that went far beyond simple admiration. But buried among thousands of other interactions, the danger was hard to spot. No one could have imagined that this seemingly distant stranger was taking steps closer and closer into Janny's life. By Sunday, August 29th, her father's worry had reached its peak. He knew his daughter would never stay silent for so long. After countless failed attempts to reach her, he decided to go to her apartment himself. This was not an impulsive move, but the instinct of a father, an instinct that is rarely wrong when it comes to his child's safety. He prepared himself for the possibility that Janny might simply be unwell or in need of a little help. Never did he think he would be confronted with a reality too devastating to bear. From that moment, tragedy was already set in motion. The sudden silence on social media, the unanswered messages, the hidden presence of an obsessed man, all were pieces of a puzzle leading toward a fateful turning point. When put together, the warning signs had been there all along, but no one recognized them. And when the apartment door finally opened, the silence stretching back to August 26th found its answer. An answer that plunged the entire family into a bottomless grief. Inside the small apartment in Richmond, Texas, a heavy silence lingered in every corner. When her father opened the door and stepped inside, what lay before him would change his life forever. Janny Gagnier, the devoted daughter, the dazzling social media star, was lying motionless, showing no signs of life. In another part of the apartment, a strange man was also found dead, later identified as Kevin Alexander Accordo, 34 years old, from Florida. The brutal truth stunned the family, but also left behind a series of major questions with no answers. What puzzled investigators was that, from the outside, the apartment showed no signs of struggle or unusual disturbance. No neighbors heard cries for help, nor was there evidence of breaking or violent fighting. Everything seemed to have unfolded in deadly silence, and only when it was too late was the truth discovered. This detail alone led both the public and investigators to ask, how could a man who did not live in the complex get inside, a place known for its security gates, surveillance staff, and strict entry rules? Many theories were raised. Had Kevin been stalking Janny beforehand, exploiting some gap in the security system to get inside? Or did he wait near the entrance, sling in behind another resident, a method not uncommon in gated communities? These questions only underscored the fragility of the line between a sense of safety and actual danger in modern life. At the scene, aside from the two bodies, police found handwritten notes left by Kevin, reflecting a disturbed, tormented, and obsessive state of mind. This further supported the theory of a murder-suicide. But for Janny's family and the online community, that conclusion was never enough. It left open countless unresolved details. How exactly had Kevin reached her? And was anyone else involved? The apartment, a space that should have been the private, peaceful haven of a young woman, ended up. 39-year-old Matthew King of Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, landed in hot water with the law after he returned to an uptown Charlotte bar he had been killing a fellow patron with a machete and a pair of brass knuckles. According to news reports from last week, the incident began with a verbal altercation, which resulted in King being asked to leave. A half hour later, he approached the man he had been arguing with and tried to hit him in the head with the brass knuckles. He also swung the machete toward the victim's head, causing the man to suffer a severe laceration to his hand as he attempted to block the weapon. Witnesses disarmed and tackled King, and the victim was rushed to the hospital where he underwent emergency surgery. King was charged with attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon, and assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill or inflicting serious injury. He remains in custody at the Mecklenburg County Jail, with records showing that he's also facing a driving while intoxicated charge. Number 25. Tony Curry. A Tennessee man has been criminally charged 2 months after police say he shot and killed a Memphis tire store owner that his mother had gotten into a physical altercation with. Police reports show that on the day of the incident, a police report was filed against 29-year-old Tony Edwards Curry's
Man, I
mother
mess
for
with
pepper
you
spray
guys.
related. 48-year-old
Let
Shatton
me run
Cobb,
down
who
these
was
shout
accused of
outs real
shoving the
quick.
in response to being
So we got Casey Joyer in first place with 75 points. We got Gravedoll in second place with 75 points. We got Sam Hanna 1403 in third place. We got Glided Plays in fourth place. We got Happy Ballad in fifth place. And all y'all got 75 points. We got Axie9 in sixth place with 6 points. We got Ray Ray in seventh place. X9 got 50 points. Ray Ray got 25 points. Boss Lady got 25 points. And the Worst Kiddo got 25 points. $37 comments. That's what I'm saying. I just took mad jewelry off. I'm still loaded. Only thing I don't ever take off is my wedding ring. I take that off when I get in the shower. That's it. I take all my other rings off. Everything. As you can see. I can't take my teeth out, but and I take this chain off too. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be watching this last episode.
Curry later paid a visit to the store where police found Cock dead and the female employee suffered non-fatal bullet wounds to the legs. The surviving victim was able to identify Curry in a photo lineup after police identified him as the suspect through the previous police report involving his mother. On Wednesday, Curry was booked into the Shelby County Jail on charges of first-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, and using a firearm with intent to commit a felony. He remains in custody with bond set at $750,000. Number 24. Broad daylight Florida brawl. In one of the latest Florida cases to make news headlines, 8 suspects were arrested after a wild fight broke out at Lake Winterset in Polk County. Viral footage shows one man falling into the water after being punched in the head twice, at which point the other participants could be seen taking swings at each other while a woman attempts to perform CPR on him. Moments later, another man was knocked out and left floating face down in the lake. During a news conference last Tuesday, Sheriff Grady Judd announced announced the arrests of Mason Land, Nate Land, Peyton Eli, Timothy Goodin, Richard Carden, Garrett Orr, Garrett Hilton Biddle, and an unnamed juvenile suspect. The defendants are all in their late teens and early 20s except Carden, who is 40 years old. They were each charged with
I'm getting delirious. What's hot?
You don't know that pregnant women, they are always emotional. I've prayed like 3 times like this. Well done, thank you, Mama. Pregnant women, they are always emotional. We cry easily. Like we cry easily.
Blue Apple thing, 100. Yeah.
Can I give you nine?
I'm not crying on me because I'm worried. Yo, yo. Let's see what.
In the days that followed, not only her family, but also
Y'all got 75 points. We got X9 in sixth place with 6 points. We got X9 in sixth place with 6 points. Hey y'all, I think I just tapped into the next dimension. Check this out. I don't know what the I can't explain this right here. Alright, so I'm on live right here with this phone I got in my hand. I just tapped into the next dimension. You hear that? Check this out. That's this other phone. I can't explain this right here. Now the phone that I got in my other hand is not is not on. How can I explain it? The phone that's in my other hand would be like one of y'all phones. You know what I'm saying? From that perspective. Now the phone that I got in my other hand, like you see how it's showing me I'm the guest. This phone, I'm the user. But this phone, I'm the guest. So everything that I'm saying right now on this phone, that's I'm looking at in my hand, it's happening in real time. But this other phone in this hand over here, things are happening 5 seconds later. But the reason why I say we must have tapped into the next dimension is because watch everything that this phone intakes. It's like the it's like the phone in this hand. It's it's me in another dimension somewhere behind the screen over here saying the same thing that I just said. Listen, I already said all of this. Look, I've been said all that. Right now, I'm not talking. But look, just listen. I ain't saying. I'm looking at my hand. It's happening in real time. But this other phone in this hand over here, things are happening. I just said all that. 5 seconds later. But the reason why I say we must have tapped into the next dimension is because watch everything that this phone intakes. It's like the it's like the phone in this hand. It's it's me in another dimension somewhere behind the screen over here saying the same thing that I just said. Listen. And then he said it again in that phone. I already said all of this. I've been said all that. Y'all get right now. I'm not talking. Thing that I'm saying right now. Just listen. I ain't saying. I'm looking at my hand. It's happening in real time. Other phone and this hand over here. Things are happening. I just said all that. Well, look, I'm showing you a video inside of a video. But the reason why I say we must have tapped into the next dimension is because bro, that's crazy. How many screens is that? That's 1, 2, 3. From y'all perspective, y'all see one screen. Where I'm at, I can see 3 screens. Because I see the screen that I'm holding with my other hand. And then the camera is showing that other phone. Watch everything on this phone intake. It's like the it's like the phone in this hand. It's it's me in another dimension somewhere behind the screen over here saying the same thing that I just said. Listen. Look. Then he said it again in that phone. I already said all of this. Shit is trippy.
I just said all that. But look, I'm showing you a video inside of a video. But the reason why I say was to take to the next dimension is because
Like I've been said everything that it's saying. I've been said
that's
that.
crazy.
Look, this is me right here. I'm not talking.
How many screens is that? That's 1, 2, 3. From y'all perspective, y'all see one screen. Where I'm at, I can see 3 screens.
So who's talking if
I
that's
see the
not me?
screen that I'm holding
If
with
I'm
my
not
other
talking,
hand.
who is this
And
talking?
then the camera is showing that other phone. Watch everything on the phone intake. It's like the phone in this hand
That's me talking from another dimension. Look, I'm not saying anything.
somewhere behind the screen over here, saying the same thing that I just said. And he said it again in that phone. I already said all this.
Only thing is like in another dimension is he's mimicking everything that I'm doing. Like I don't. I guess they gotta do that. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, I wish I had somebody right here with me to help me understand why this is happening. Yo, I wish I had somebody right here with me to help me understand why this is happening. I wish I had somebody right here with me to help me understand why this is happening. Is y'all screen right here where this screen is? Like, do y'all have a hat in y'all background on y'all camera? Or are you saying, are you looking at me right now? Is y'all screen right here where this screen is? Like, do y'all have a hat in y'all background on y'all camera? Or are you saying, are you looking at me right now? Screen right here where this screen is? Like, do y'all have a hat in y'all background on your camera? Are you looking at me right now? Man, this shit is trippy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting off for this shit. That shit weirded me out. Damn.
The Milwaukee Women's Correctional Facility in Wisconsin operated under standard Department of Corrections
All right,
procedures.
we got a story for y'all. Listen
Inmates
up.
rose at 6 a.m., head counts followed at 7 o'clock, and
It's a female inmate infected prisoner warden with HIV. He must have fucked her, and now they found him dead.
assigned
Let's see
labor
what
began
happened.
at 8 o'clock. Daily routines rarely
That's
shifted,
crucial.
and staff emphasized compliance
Warden.
and uniformity.
That's
Into
crazy
this
work, bro.
environment, on April 14th,
She was kind of pretty, though. I ain't
2017,
gonna lie.
arrived 25-year-old Jaleesa Barnes.
Lisa.
She had been transferred from the Waukesha County Jail after conviction for felony-level financial fraud involving falsified loan applications and identity misuse.
I'd have cracked her.
Barnes had no history of violence. She was described in county reports as quiet, observant, and able to adapt quickly to institutional structure. Barnes was assigned to Unit C, a mid-capacity block that housed both short-term and long-term offenders. She shared a cell with 29-year-old Nina Carter, who was serving a 12-year sentence for armed robbery at a convenience store in Kenosha. Carter had already served 5 years at the facility and understood its internal hierarchy. Early observations recorded by correctional officers noted Barnes as polite, compliant, and attentive to staff instructions. However, according to Carter's later testimony, Barnes spent her first weeks not only adjusting but also carefully studying staff behavior, schedules, and interactions. She identified inconsistencies in guard rotations and noted locations with minimal surveillance. The warden of the facility at that time was Kenneth R. Wallace, 40 years old, employed in corrections for nearly 2 decades. His professional record showed steady promotion from line officer to administrative leadership. Wallace was considered competent by official accounts, though internally some staff described his management as favoring certain inmates with preferable assignments. The deputy warden was 44-year-old Raymond Deal, a former correctional sergeant with a reputation for aggressive enforcement. Deal's disciplinary record included multiple inmate complaints of excessive force, none substantiated by formal investigations. Carter would later testify that Barnes disclosed an important detail within the first month of her arrival: she was HIV positive. Before we dive deeper, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.
Right.
Barnes explained she had contracted the virus not through intravenous drug use but following a sexual assault in Alabama in 2015. An incident documented by a police report, though never resulting in prosecution. Barnes stated clearly she did not want sympathy, but that she carried a sense of purpose shaped by her diagnosis. She told Carter, "I don't want pity. I want balance." The statement would later be interpreted as an indication of intent toward retaliation against perceived abuses of authority. During May 2017, Barnes submitted a request for reassignment from kitchen duty to the library detail. The role involved cataloging, shelving, and limited clerical support. It offered more autonomy and less direct oversight compared with food service. The request was approved directly by Warden Wallace, bypassing standard review by unit staff. Records show Wallace signed the reassignment on May 19th. Within 1 week of the transfer, Wallace began making frequent visits to the library under the pretext of inventory checks and policy updates. Staff logs show his presence there on at least 6 occasions during late May and early June, often during times not associated with official administrative business. Conversations between Wallace and Barnes gradually expanded from logistical topics to personal matters. According to Carter, Barnes described the interactions as deliberate on her part. She portrayed herself as cooperative, guarded, and respectful, while allowing Wallace to perceive her as vulnerable. Wallace, accustomed to control and authority, reportedly misinterpreted this as trust and emotional connection. Carter later recalled telling Barnes, "You're baiting him," to which Barnes replied, "No. I'm letting physical contact and patterns in his behavior. Less insignificance outside his workplace. Of insignificance outside his workplace. Barnes, positioned as a listener, encouraged him through pathetic acknowledgement. According to testimony later provided by Carter, Barnes described the encounters in detail. Carter recalled confronting her cellmate, "You're baiting him." Barnes denied intentional entrapment, responding, "I'm letting him walk into it himself." By mid-June, Wallace escalated the relationship further. On June 17th, in the stacks of the library, he initiated physical contact. By mid-June, Wallace escalated the relationship further. On June 17th, in the stacks of the library, he initiated physical contact.
She right there now. Yeah. Sunday Paul. Come on the buzz again. And I never look at what people say. I never look what for them what to.
With Barnes. Within days, he arranged for her to enter his private office under the pretense of clerical filing. During that encounter, sexual activity occurred. Though not involving overt force, the circumstances presented a clear imbalance of authority and lack of genuine consent. In institutional terms, such conduct is classified as staff sexual misconduct. Barnes anticipated developments of this kind. She began documenting the relationship systematically. In a spiral-bound notebook, she recorded dates, phrases, and gestures made by Wallace. Her entries were consistent, written in precise script. Beyond written notes, she acquired contraband tools to create independent evidence. She used a disposable camera hidden among donated library materials to take photographs of Wallace in proximity to her. She also obtained a small flash drive through undisclosed means. She shared the existence of these materials with Carter and instructed her cellmate, Malik Thompson, raised concerns. On June 22nd, he sent an internal memorandum to Wallace regarding patient Barnes, noting her confirmed HIV-positive status and stressing the need for discretion and compliance with health protocols. A second memo repeating and emphasizing administrative liability should violations occur. Wallace did not acknowledge either memo in direct contact with Barnes. When Thompson confronted Barnes in person, warning her of the risks, she responded, "You're not my priest. Just keep doing your job." Her remarks suggested full awareness of the consequences of Wallace's disregard. On July 15th, warning her of the positive status and stressing the need, and instructed her cellmate where they were hidden in the event something happened. While Wallace continued the relationship, the facility's medical director, Dr. Malik Thompson, raised concerns. On June 22nd, he sent an internal memorandum to Wallace regarding patient Barnes, noting her confirmed HIV-positive status and stressing the need for discretion and compliance with health protocols. A second memorandum followed on July. Violations occur. Wallace did not acknowledge either memo in writing. Instead, he ignored the directives and continued direct contact with Barnes. When Thompson confronted Barnes in person, warning her of the risks, she responded, "You're not my priest. Just keep doing your job." Her remarks suggested full awareness of the consequences of Wallace's disregard. On July 15th, Wallace received confirmation through private testing that he himself had contracted HIV. Rather than notify the Department of Corrections or disclose the situation to supervisors, he kept the results hidden. Medical records later obtained during the investigation verified his diagnosis from an independent clinic in Milwaukee. Instead of following institutional procedures, Wallace summoned Barnes to his office 2 days later. Witness statements and Barnes's own notes confirmed the confrontation. During the meeting, Wallace accused Barnes directly and demanded an explanation. Barnes remained composed. According to her notes, she told him, "You knew. You didn't care. But now you do, because it's you." She then presented him with a sealed envelope containing threats of disclosure. Inside were copies of selected journal entries and references to photographic and audio evidence. Barnes warned that if Wallace attempted to touch her again or retaliate, she would ensure the material reached his spouse, his employee. Inside were copies of selected journal entries and references to photographic and audio evidence. Barnes warned that if Wallace attempted to touch her again or retaliate, she would ensure the material reached his spouse, his employer, and unspecified external recipients. Her statement placed Wallace in a compromised position, as disclosure would expose both his misconduct and the institutional failures surrounding inmate protection. Wallace was reportedly unable to respond effectively. He allowed Barnes to leave his office without disciplinary action or further contact at that time. For Barnes, the exchange represented a shift in leverage. She no longer operated solely as a target of authority, but as someone holding documented evidence against the highest-ranking officer in the facility. For Wallace, the event marked the beginning of concealment, coercion, and eventual collapse of professional standing. By the end of July 2017, the situation had escalated from boundary violations to documented sexual misconduct, confirmed medical risk, and direct blackmail threats. Barnes had secured evidence, shared its location with a reliable witness, and confronted Wallace openly. Wallace, in turn, concealed his diagnosis.
This is crazy. Shorty gave the man AIDS. I feel like
Barnes had
somebody in this
secured
room with
evidence,
me.
shared its location with a reliable witness, and confronted Wallace openly. Wallace, in turn, concealed his diagnosis.
This is crazy. The warden was having sex with some inmate, and she got him the bug. And he ain't do nothing about it because he didn't want to get caught cheating. Fuck that. That's that bug. That ain't no crab or no gonorrhea, no syphilis. That's fucking AIDS. HIV. Well, it was HIV at first, AIDS when it got too bad. I saw AIDS is a real bad HIV. Oh, shit.
Ignored administrative directives, and placed himself in a position of vulnerability to exposure. In August 2017, after Barnes confronted Warden Wallace with evidence and threats of disclosure, his response shifted from engagement to containment. Records from that period indicate that Barnes was reassigned from the library to laundry duty, a position considered less desirable due to heavier workloads and closer supervision. Official paperwork assignment as operational necessity, but staff later testified that Wallace ordered it directly. Alongside the change, Barnes received a series of vague disciplinary warnings for alleged attitude and noncompliance, though no serious violations were documented. Correctional officers were instructed to increase monitoring of her movements. Wallace's intention appeared to be the reassertion of control. However, the measures did not remove the threat posed by the evidence Barnes had compiled. Deputy Warden Raymond Deal began to take notice. Unlike Wallace, whose methods involved administrative maneuvering, Deal had a reputation for direct and forceful tactics. Multiple inmates later described him as hostile and intimidating, with a history of unrecorded confrontations. Staff logs show that on August 11, 2017, Barnes was summoned from her unit to the administrative wing. Surveillance records confirm her movement from Unit C at 2:43 p.m. to the corridor outside an internal room unofficially known among inmates as the Quiet Cell. Facility maintenance logs from that date also confirmed that the hallway camera malfunctioned at 2:45 p.m. and remained inactive for approximately 1 hour. No explanation was provided at the time.
The quiet cell, according to later investigation, was an interrogation room without windows and lacking functioning audio or video surveillance. Its existence was known among inmates but rarely documented in official records. On the day in question, Wallace positioned himself behind a glass partition while Deal conducted the session. Accounts reconstructed from Carter's testimony and Barnes's recovered notes describe the exchange. Deal began with verbal intimidation, leaning over the table and asking, "You think you're smart?" Barnes remained silent. He continued, "You think you're going to bring this place down with your little game?" Barnes eventually responded, "He brought it down himself. I just document the fall." This statement, recorded in a journal beforehand as a remark, was the last known verbal exchange before violence occurred. According to Deal's later confession, he struck Barnes in the face, knocking her backward. He then used a shoelace from a facility-issued boot to strangle her. Wallace, standing behind the glass, made no attempt to intervene. The assault body showed ligature marks consistent with strangulation, but these details were attributed in the report to self-inflicted injury. Wallace personally authorized expedited cremation, citing an inmate request despite the absence of signed documentation from Barnes. Arrangements were processed unusually quickly, with cremation scheduled for the following day. Before this could occur, however, Nina Carter intervened. Following Barnes's earlier outgoing evidence. Inside were scanned pages of Barnes's journal, showing detailed records of Wallace's visits, their physical encounters, and his personal